Hi guys, happy hump day. So today is another struggle meal, and well, I'm going to put it, I've got 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese. If you don't want to use the cheese packet, you don't have to, but for tonight's video, we're going to. So we're going to use 2 boxes, and then we can chat a little bit while they're cooking. Now, mac and cheese is something that if you do get any, go to any food bank or whatever, they usually always have mac and cheese. And vegetables and stuff like that. Now, today's dinner is a duplicate, but there's going to be a lot of duplicates coming out because not only are they struggle meals, but they're family favorites. They're some of your guys' favorites. They're good. So, I wanted to say with last night's meal, that meal came to $3.75, and I'm basing this off of Walmart prices. So the noodles were $1.12, the tomatoes $1.63, and the hot dogs $1. Now, if you choose to add or delete or do whatever, then it could be a whole different total. Tonight's is going to be, the mac and cheese would be $1.16 for 2 boxes, and the chili $2.14. So it comes to $3.30. Now I'm going to add vegetables to that, so add another 60 cents, $3.90. And then I'm going to use the rest of my canned pears that I had the other day. So, you can make it bigger, smaller, whatever. If you're single, you can always make this stuff up and then freeze the leftovers. Or eat them for the next few days, whatever you want to do. Me and Tom, he finished up his pizzas today. So whatever's left we'll have for his lunch, we'll probably have for breakfast. And use up the leftovers. I'm not a big leftover person, but to save money, yes. And if you're not in any financial hardship or you don't know anybody that is, it doesn't mean it's not happening. And it's not just because of the EBT either. Prices have gotten up so high that it's just hard for some people to buy groceries. And, you know, sometimes healthier things are not affordable either. I'd love to shop Whole Foods all the time, but I don't know if you guys have done it, but they're expensive, really expensive. Not that their food's not worth it, because it is. But if you have recipes and you don't have a channel, like I just had Christopher send me one, and I posted it on my community tab. So if you have recipes that you think would be really beneficial to our people, then by all means send it in and I'll put it, you know, on my community tab. So yeah, this week I figured out, but I'm going to change the 5th day because I just did it a month ago, so I don't really want to do it again. Was $21.65, and I figure all of these meals should feed at least a family of 4. So that's not bad for, you know, that's $4 average a day to feed your family. So I'm going to let these continue to boil, and I'll come back and we'll put it together. Noodles are done. Alright, so now we're going to add both packages of the cheese sauce. And like I said, if you want to make your own cheese sauce, you can. But for today, we're going to use what comes in the package. Then it calls for 4 tablespoons of butter. And so that would be, for 2 of them, a full stick of butter. Now I didn't count the butter and the little bit of milk and stuff like that into the cost. It's stuff that usually we have around the house. You know, if you have kids, you give them cereal or whatever, we usually have that stuff around the house. And then we're also going to have a cup of milk. And we're going to get all that mixed in together. I like mac and cheese, but it's not a big favorite of mine. I think when I was younger I liked it a lot, but I really truthfully love home-baked mac and cheese. Maybe we'll have to do that during this time too. Because my mom made the best homemade mac and cheese ever. It was so good. And so maybe we need to do that during this time too. I mean, it's easy but hard to come up with a bunch of recipes that are, you know, so low cost, trying to keep it healthier, whatever it is. It's hard, and I can understand why people give up and they make whatever, you know what I mean? And, or they'll go grab McDonald's or, you know, whatever. And honestly, we can do this. It just, you know, and even if you're, you know, I thought about this today because I've watched some videos, and actually there's a lot more videos been added to our playlist, so give them a checking out. And actually, A Godly Home today, she gave suggestions and stuff too, which was really, really good, and some great ideas, so give her video a look too. They're all in my playlist of the hashtag struggle meals, and there's some good meals coming in there. But, you know, next month is Thanksgiving. And we all know when you buy a turkey or ham or whatever, that really adds to the cost of the meal. And then you've got, you know, stuffing and gravy and, you know, potatoes and all that good stuff. That really, really adds up. So, you know, my grandma, she got food stamps. But that was back when the papers, obviously. And she got like, I don't know, $7 or $8 a month. It wasn't very much. And they didn't make much actually either. They lived on 200 and something a month. I don't know how they did it, but they did. And but she would save her stamps so she could make the fruit salad, and that, oh, it was so good. And actually I found out my ex-husband's family, his dad used to make it too. And so when I brought it to Christmas one year, everybody was just like so excited because it was their dad's salad. Well, actually it was my grandma's salad, but you know, they loved it too. So maybe by doing cheaper meals during the month, maybe you can still have that really nice Thanksgiving dinner with your family, and then there'll be leftovers that you can use in other meals too. So I don't know yet what we're doing for Thanksgiving. I think Nate's only coming up for Christmas like he did last year. And, you know, with the other girls, you don't know what their families are doing either. So I don't know if we're just going to go out to dinner, if I'm going to make something. I don't know. I really haven't talked to them yet to try to figure out what's going on. So I don't know if I'll be doing a lot of Thanksgiving prep stuff yet. I don't know. I don't know. So usually I always cook a nice big meal of some kind for Christmas. Alright, so now I'm going to turn that off for a minute. Now I, in the budget, said for 2 cans of chili. My brain just went blank. So, because I'm using a full quart. So we're going to bring this over here. And then I'm going to shake that up a little bit. Look at that. Popped real nice. And we're going to add it to that. If you can only afford to do one, then do just one. Don't go over, you know, what you can afford to do. That's something in this life that we've got to learn to live within our means, for sure. Alrighty. Now, if you wanted to make this into a casserole, I thought about that earlier. If you wanted to make this into a casserole and top it with some maybe cheese and some bacon or something, wouldn't that be really, really good? That'd be great. So here we go. Now you're getting some protein from the beans and from the meat, everything else. And if you're buying it by the can, I'm not sure what's all in there. I know what's in mine. But, you know, I think it'll be okay. So let's give it a try. Oh, because my chili's in there. It is really, really good. So, when Tom gets home, I'll have him do a taste test. And something else, too. You know, if you know someone that's in trouble as far as, you know, food or whatever, and you can afford to help them out, do that. And don't make fun of people that have to cook cheap and it's, you know, not as pretty as you'd like it to be or as healthy as you'd like it to be. Don't do that to somebody else, because someday that might be you. We think, you know, that, oh, that'll never happen to us. That'll never happen to us. You don't know. You don't know. And so be good to people, because it isn't just the people that's losing SNAP. That's not the only one suffering. You know, I can remember the stories my dad would tell me. My dad's dad died when he was 9. And so my dad pretty much quit school and did whatever he could do at local farms and stuff to help his mom out, who had 4 other children on top of my dad. There was 5 and he was the oldest. And he worked very, very hard. And some of the meals that he told me that they would have, like, it would blow your mind. Like today we'd be thinking, there's no way on God's green earth I'm eating that. But you know what? It filled her babies' bellies, and that's what was most important. He showed me the house that he grew up in. It's not there anymore. It's fell over. But honestly, you guys, I wouldn't have let my cats live in that. I mean, he was that poor. And so I've heard enough stories from his family and whatever that I would never make fun of anybody that's poor or what they have to eat or what they can eat, because his life wasn't peaches and roses and all that good stuff. And there's a lot of people out there today that, you know, even without any EBT or anything, that they're struggling to pay their, to feed their kids at night. I've seen so many different videos lately that moms are going to bed without eating because they want to make sure that their kids eat. That's not good. And that's not anything to play with or to tease with. So, I hope you've enjoyed the struggle meal so far, and I hope that you enjoy the channels. There are a lot more channels that are going to be contributing, but they won't be until November. One real big one, she won't be until the end of November. So, and there's some that are going to continually keep posting and posting and posting. So, even if it's a duplicate of something I make, whatever, everybody makes something different. Keep adding to that list so that we can help as many people out as we can. I'll be back. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Just dandy.
Well, there you got cheese or chili mac and veggies, and then we got the rest of those pears from the other day.
Those were really good. For being canned as early as they were really good.
Yeah.
Just goes to show you it doesn't matter how old they are sometimes.
I know. Yeah.
That's good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad for a cheap meal, huh?
Yeah. These veggies come from our canning.
No, those are canned. Regular store-bought.
Regular store-bought?
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
Winter dinner?
Mm-hmm. Want to eat one of my pears. I have a second one because they're pears.
You're so cute. Tom's got jokes. All right. So, another good struggle meal. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.